Hi, welcome to the Nursing Dose with your host, Farah. My name is Farah, aka Dr. Laurent, and today I'm going to be talking to you about the importance of building a personal brand as a nurse in 2025 and why it's important for you to do so. I'll quickly go through what is a personal brand and the reasons why you should build it in 2025. Okay. For those who don't know me, like I said, I'm Nurse Farah, aka Dr. Laurent. I've been a nurse over 20 years. I know I look young, it's hard to believe, but I've been nursing for quite some time. I've held multiple roles in the emergency department, in education, and in leadership. And I'm a nurse entrepreneur. I wrote the book Nurses Making Money Moves, A Nurse's Guide to Starting a Business. And I'll be hosting a conference, Nurses Making Money Moves Conference in Tampa, Florida, March 8th, 2025. I'll talk about that a little bit more in this live and why you should attend this conference, okay? Because it's going to center a lot around personal branding and how you can grow in your professional career as a nurse, and also how you can grow your business as a nurse. If you currently have a business and you're a nurse entrepreneur, maybe you have a side hustle, you want to learn how to grow and turn that side hustle into your main hustle so that you don't have to work for anybody anymore. You can have that financial freedom. You can have the time to do what it is that you want to do, and be flexible and just own your own career and be the boss of your own life, right? So that's kind of what this conference is about. I'll talk about a little bit more in just a little bit. And if we're not connected on LinkedIn, please connect with me. I am also the host of the Nursing Dose with Farah. So make sure you subscribe on Spotify and on YouTube. So let's get into it. I'm going to share 5 reasons why you should be building a personal brand as a nurse in 2025. And if you want to learn more about personal branding, and if you want a personal branding guide, I have a personal branding guide that I can send to you. So make sure that you connect with me, DM me, and put personal brand in the comments if you're interested to learn more. And I can send you that guide if you direct message me on LinkedIn. And for those that are watching on Facebook and LinkedIn, welcome as well. If you have any questions, comments, put them in there. Let me know where you're watching from. So let's get into it. All right. So, also, for those who don't know me, I also got the opportunity in 2024 to be featured in one of the biggest talk shows here in the US, J HUD. I was on the Jennifer Hudson show. Okay. So, anyways, let's get into it. Top 5 reasons why it's so important for you as a nurse to build a personal brand in 2025. Let's go. Number 1, to increase your career opportunities and to also advance a lot quicker in nursing. That is one of the main reasons you should be building a personal brand. So, how can a personal brand really help you with this? Okay. So, number 1, personal branding is not just for nurses who own businesses. It's not just for business owners. If you don't know it yet, you as a nurse right now, you have a personal brand, whether you know it or not. And guess what? You are the brand. Okay. I didn't know this when I first started in the emergency department. And it kind of hurt me a little bit in my career advancement because even though I had all the certifications, all the degrees, some people did not see me the way that I thought my personal brand was coming across. And really, I wasn't intentional about building it. I didn't really understand what a personal brand was. So it's very important because really what it is A personal brand is really how people see you, how they perceive you, how they feel around you. And really the one of the main reasons to build your personal brand is to create trust. You want people to be able to trust you, whether it's trust you with a particular position, a leadership position, maybe you want to advance in education or in leadership. They want to be able to trust that you can lead others, right, in a leadership role, that you can get along with people, and that people naturally like to be around you, that you're a pleasant person. You know, that is all part of personal branding. So, really, you can manage that as a nurse. You can manage it in number one, the way you show up, your image, right? Even to the point of how you dress, how you interact with others. And are you in alignment with your values and the integrity and all of that, right? Because you might say that your personal brand is one way, but then you're demonstrating something totally different. So that is the main reason, the number one reason to build a personal brand is for career advancement and to really stand out from the crowd, right? Especially as a nurse career coach, I work with a lot of novice nurses, a lot of new nurses coming out of school. And a lot of nurses come to me and they're like, well, how do you help these new nurses get into specialty areas like the ICU, the ED, L&D, in these competitive areas like California and New York? Well, it's because I help them to start building their personal brand on social media, particularly LinkedIn. And we really talk about, that mindset, that confidence that comes with personal branding and really knowing themselves and demonstrating that in the interview process and how they can stand out. Okay. So that's number one. Okay. So, again, if you're just joining, I'm discussing the 5 reasons that you should build a personal brand as a nurse in 2025. So, again, number one reason was to increase your career opportunities and increase advancement. So, the second reason that you should be building a personal brand as a nurse in 2025 is enhanced job security and salary. So you might think like, well, how is that going to increase my salary or my job security? Well, let me say again, I have a doctoral degree in organizational leadership. I have a DNP that I just obtained in 2024. I also have multiple certifications, 6 times board certified. And let me tell you, that will not necessarily secure your job. I've held really high positions, such as an associate dean, director of education for a large hospital system. You can still get fired or let go or laid off. So, the reason you should build a personal brand is because once you have a personal brand, people know you, you're visible, they trust you. You will get more opportunities so you can pivot a lot easier, right? So, whether it's going to another position or even starting a side hustle or growing your business, if you have a personal brand, people will know you and they'll rock with you, like I say, right? Um, and then you're known as the go-to expert, right? So for me, I talk a lot about careers, particularly for nurses, how to advance in their career, how to, stand out in the industry, how to be a thought leader, not only as a new nurse, but even as a nursing student, and that they should start building their connections and their personal brand, even as a nursing student. I did not know that in nursing school. I wish I knew this information a lot sooner. So, this is why I provide this information for free to all of you who are interested in building your brand. So, if you're interested in building your personal brand, please put personal brand in the comments or direct message me to learn how you can advance in your career or how you can advance in business or even how to start a business. So, that's number 2 is enhanced job security and increasing your salary. because really it can afford you other opportunities such as speaking and consulting. You may not even have an actual formulated business like an LLC or something, but if you are a leadership expert, a thought leader, you're showing up on LinkedIn like I am, doing a live show, you're doing webinars. Um, if you're seen as an industry leader in nursing, then people will come to you naturally as the go-to expert and ask you to speak at conferences, ask you to write an article. Even if you are not looking for it, opportunities will naturally come to you. And this has happened to me. I've become now a speaker. I speak at different conferences. I have written a book, Nurses Making Money Moves, A Nurse's Guide to Starting a Business. I've written multiple articles. So you may not even necessarily have a side hustle or a business, but these opportunities will just literally fall in your lap because you are seen as an expert and you've now built this personal brand. Okay. So, like I said, consulting, speaking, those things will come really easily as you're building your personal brand as a nurse in 2025. Okay. But again, this means that you have to show up consistently. Like for me, I go live a few times a week. I know the holidays were here and everybody was holidaying, but I typically go live at least 1 to 3 times a week. And I've been doing this for almost 4 years now. And that consistency, showing up, you know, is priceless because people see you showing up. So you have to be committed to that consistency and putting in that work if you want to be seen as an industry leader. So again, put personal brand if you want to learn how to build your personal brand as a nurse in 2025. And again, you can do this by just coming to the Nurses Making Money Moves conference in Tampa, Florida, March 8th, 2025. There is a crazy lineup of speakers. Both nurses and non-nurses will be there talking about topics like personal branding. I have a personal stylist who'll be there from Toronto. Shout out to all the Canadians. I have Canadian nurses that are going to be coming to the conference. So if you want to be in the room, let me know. If you want access to VIP where you can meet the speakers and hang out with me and learn more about how to build your personal brand, how to grow in your career, how to grow in your business, then you need to be at the Nurses Making Money Moves conference. It's the very first conference that I'll be hosting. So if you want to learn more, put Money Moves in the comments. And I will also share the link of how to get your tickets. There's limited tickets left. So put Money Moves if you're interested in learning more about the conference. So again, if you're just joining, recap 5 reasons you should build your personal brand in 2025. Number 1 was increase career opportunities and advancement. Number 2, enhance job security and salary. And now to number 3, your personal and professional growth. Okay. That is another reason you should build that brand because you're going to learn more about what personal branding is and how to expand your personal brand, how to really be up to date with best practices, industry updates. What else? Self-improvement. It's going to help with your confidence and how you show up. And also, you're going to take ownership, right, of your professional development and professional growth. Not only will your personal brand help you grow professionally, but personally, it will help you grow. You're going to be more confident. You're going to be more confident in your career or in your business if you build a personal brand. And networking is another aspect of this. I'm not going to get into too much, but you can network obviously at the conference. And it's going to be amazing to be just in the presence of so many nursing experts and leaders, and also nurses who own their own businesses, and the non-nursing professionals who are speakers, international speakers, people in the finance industry. So you're going to learn how to make money moves and how to grow your personal brand at this conference. So That's number 3, personal brand and professional growth. That's why you need to build a personal brand. People will trust you. At the essence of everything, when you're visible, you're seen as an expert, people will trust you and opportunities will just fall into your lap. You'll have collaborations, people wanting to partner with you. So that's why it's so important to build that personal brand. And then number 4, as we're talking about money moves, one of the greatest reasons to build a personal brand is to increase your income. Personal branding will increase your income. So if you follow people, famous people, right? You see them in commercials and things like that. So a lot of times they'll use celebrities to elevate brands, and when people connect that, the two, they'll say, oh, like, this person, I don't know, like say Shaq has so many different commercials. Obviously he's a basketball player, but he's affiliated with so many brands and people know who he is, so they're like, oh, like he's supporting, I think he supports the Carnival Cruise Line, right? So he makes money off of that. People might see him and be like, oh, I want to go to Carnival because he supports that. So people will start trusting you, and whatever you're selling, I guess, or supporting, whether it's a nonprofit or for profit, like even if you're selling water, they're gonna be like, oh, I rock with Shaq or I rock with Farah. Let me buy her water. Right? Because you've now built this tribe, this community of people who trust you and they want to support you. So that's one way that you can monetize off your brand and make money. So different things that you can do to make more money is obviously you're going to have income, different income streams. So something like writing a book, like I wrote the book, Nurses Making Money Moves. You can write a book and sell that, right? You can do consulting services. You can speak at different conferences. You can write articles and get paid for that. There are so many opportunities for you when you build your brand. So if you want to learn more about how to build a brand as a nurse in 2025, put personal brand in the comments. I also have a free guide that I can send to you. Make sure that we're connected on LinkedIn so that I could send that to you, or you could just direct message me on LinkedIn and I'll be happy to send you that free personal branding guide. Okay. And then number 5, the reason why you should build a personal brand in 2025 is influence and advocacy, right? So again, whether you have a business or not, or you're working full time, whatever it is that you're doing, as nurses, we're very passionate about specific topics or specific movements. We have a purpose. We want to make an impact. So for me, I want to, increase diversity in nursing. I want to make sure novice nurses get into specialty areas. Because I was told as a new nurse that I couldn't start in the emergency room. So what I do now and what I'm very passionate about is helping the nursing students and new nurses navigate and also help them with their transition to practice, because it's a very difficult time. And I want to make sure that they get into these right areas because I want them to be happy and excited about their nursing career. So, there's always something that we're advocating for. Whether, it's patients, improved care, whatever it is. If you have a nonprofit, there is something that you're passionate about and that you want to drive forward in terms of your agenda and purpose, and that you want to gather people to support. So, another one of my obviously big agendas is to help other nurses start businesses, grow their businesses, and make money moves. Because it's sad to me that there are nurses that can't retire because they haven't learned how to manage their money. It's a whole nother topic, but I want nurses to be able to thrive and to do things they want, especially if they're close to retirement, or not even close to retirement, but to have control over their career. Like I've shared many times, I've been laid off 3 times in the last 5 years, regardless of even having a doctorate degree and my certifications, because I've been so strong in my advocacy in certain organizations or in certain roles. And I will not, it's a non-negotiable for me to compromise patient safety or to not say anything. So I've always been very vocal, always speak up for things that I believe in, and I will stand strongly in my values and my integrity. And sometimes you will lose your job because of that. And this is why it's so important to build a personal brand. Okay. Um, I truly believe in education. Yes, continue with your education, continue with your certifications, but networking and building relationships and building a personal brand has been so powerful for me in these last 3 to 4 years. And this is why I'm so excited about this conference, because I want to help other nurses build their personal brand so that they can grow in their business, and also you can grow professionally and have other opportunities, and that you don't feel stuck and limited currently in what you're doing, because we have such a wide knowledge base and expertise that we can literally do anything. Our skills are transferable, so you can make money, and it's okay. I want to normalize talking about money for nurses, because it's a tool. It's a tool for us to just survive and support our families. So this is why I'm so passionate about Nurses Making Money Moves conference. And it's going to be held, like I said, March 8th, 2025 in Tampa. But back to the influence and advocacy, you can amplify other nurses' voices. You can amplify your voice when you build a personal brand. Something as simple as starting a podcast, like I shared earlier. I have a post about why it's important to start a podcast in 2025. And maybe if you don't want to start a podcast because you think it's too much work, at least start going on other people's podcasts so you could share your thought leadership and amplify issues that are important to you, and how we can solve these issues and make healthcare better for our communities, and just collaborate globally, honestly, because I have a big vision that, we should not only just partner and collaborate with people where we live, like say in the US or in Canada, but really globally, we need to learn from each other. And that's another aspect of this conference. It's not just nurses that are going to be at this conference. It's going to be other female professionals and experts, like I said, in the finance world, in the speaking world, that can really teach you how to be more confident as a nurse, how to use your communication skills to your advantage, how to pitch yourself, whether it's in an interview or how to pitch your business or whatever it is that you're doing. It's important to be confident in your skills, your communication, and just knowing who you are as a nurse. A lot of people need clarity and are confused about your next steps. And we are just starting a new year in 2025. And I know a lot of nurses are feeling stuck where they're currently at. Maybe they hate their job. Maybe you hate your job. I know I felt that way at one point. Even though I love the emergency department, I was getting really burnt out and I needed something different. And that's why I transitioned into education. And then later started my own side hustle as a nurse career coach. So I don't want any nurse to feel like you're stuck, like you can't do anything. There are lots of opportunities, and this is the conference for you if you're not clear about your next steps, if you don't know what to do next. This will give you the tools, the resources, and the roadmap to really make 2025 a successful, transformative year for you, and that you can learn how to make more money in 2025, and not just make more money doing what you love and feeling fulfilled. So again, quick recap before I leave here and I take some questions and comments. Why it's important for you to build a personal brand in 2025. Number one, you can increase your career opportunity and advancement. Number two, enhance job security or your salary. Number three, personal and professional growth. Number four, increase your income. Number five, increase your influence and your advocacy by building a personal brand. Okay. And like I said, if you want to learn more how to build a personal brand, put personal brand in the comments. I can share with you that free guide that I've developed. And I just announced I'm going to be also writing a book for nurses about personal branding, similar to this one, Nurses Making Money Moves. So I'll share the link where you can get this book on my website. And then, very exciting, I need to get working on this personal branding book. I've already started. So it's going to be available at the conference. And this book will also be at the conference. And like I said, I'll share the link in the comments about how to get your ticket for the conference and why you should go to this conference, because you're going to learn how to build your personal brand at this conference. You're going to learn about money management, why it's important. You're going to learn different opportunities to maybe start a side hustle if you're not sure what you want to do, whether you want to be a speaker, a consultant, a writer, host your own podcast where you can later monetize from this podcast. You'll learn all this at the conference. You'll also meet global leaders, right, in the nursing industry and also in the professional world. It's all about female empowerment. And that's why it's on International Women's Day, which falls on March 8th, 2025. So yeah, learn more about it and how to get your tickets in the, I'll drop all the links below after this live. And let me know if this live was helpful. And let me know if you have any specific questions that I could particularly answer in the next live. And I'll be going live a lot more in the next couple weeks. So again, thank you for watching. I'm going to stay on for a little bit. I hope I'm saying it right. Muwenya, thank you for coming on all the way from Zambia. Thank you. And again, Dr. Kimberly Madison, thanks for showing up. Money Moves. What have you found nurses struggle when it comes to understanding and building their personal brand, especially those who may not be interested in starting a business? Yeah, so I think I covered this a little bit earlier. I don't think nurses understand the power of personal branding, and they don't understand really what it is. And they don't understand how powerful it is to grow professionally and in their career, regardless if you have a business or not. So really, it's all about how you're being perceived, because there's an interesting study that shows, it's by, I believe, Harvey Coleman, that actually 10% of work performance is what actually helps you advance in your career. Only 10%. And the other 90% has to do with image and exposure, visibility. So this is why it's so important to be visible, to build a personal brand, because how people perceive you will help you advance in your career, whether or not you have a business or not. I hear you talking about key person of influence and showcasing your expertise, but I find some nurses like they haven't achieved enough or lack experience to be seen as an expert or person of authority. How would you address this imposter syndrome? So yeah, I think even if you're a nursing student or a new nurse, you have things to share. You don't necessarily have to like hold advanced degrees to be able to share thought leadership or to share your opinions or experiences as a nursing student or as a new nurse or whatever it is that you're doing. So I think it goes beyond the person, because I always talk about purpose and impact. It's beyond you. So you shouldn't, I know it's tough because you feel like, oh, I don't know if people are going to listen to me. I don't know if they're going to think what I'm saying is important. But really, when you want to serve others and you realize that there's a bigger purpose than just yourself, that you will start sharing your information, your expertise, and that people will find it valuable. And I love the aspect of networking as you build your personal brand. It's one of the ways that has opened up opportunities in my nursing career. Yeah, absolutely. So again, as I close this, I want to say Happy New Year. Thank you again so much. I hope to see you in Tampa at the Nurses Making Money Moves conference. And I hope that you start building your personal brand as a nurse, whether you work with me or not. If you're interested to work with me, please message me. If you're a new nurse looking to level up in your career and land that dream job in 2025, message me. I'm accepting only a couple new clients. So definitely message me if you're interested. And then message me if you're interested to learn more about the conference in Tampa and how you can get the book and all that. I'll put all the links in here. So excited for 2025. It's a year of growth and transformation. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to the Nursing Dose on Spotify and also on YouTube. Until next time, let's glow your brand up. Let's grow. Happy New Year and all the blessings. Take care. Be safe.